Hi there, it's Cassie. Welcome back to my YouTube channel and blog. Today I have part 2 of a 2-part series that I call Let's Make 8, and this one is featuring the July 2018 Simon Says Stamp card kit called Cool Summer. As of filming, this kit is still available, but Simon Says Stamp also has all the items for individual sale if you happen to be interested. Before I get started on card number 5, I'm going to tell you what I plan to do with all these cards. So part 1's cards and part 2's cards are actually going to be donated. So a close friend of mine's mother suffered with Alzheimer's before she passed away, and every year her and her sister and a team that they gather does an Alzheimer's walk in San Diego where they're at. And this year they're doing a casino night and a bunco night to raise money. And so they need prizes, and I'm donating a couple bundles of cards. And this set of cards is going to go in with yesterday's cards as one bundle. So if you're interested, I will post a link in what she's doing down below. So now onto the card. I stamped out those fish onto some Neenah Solar White cardstock with Lawn Fawn Jet Black ink, and I am coloring those with Copics. And I'm not doing anything special, I'm just using the RV34 and RV66. And then I fussy cut all of those out. And for my panel, I have trimmed that down to 4 inches by 5.5 inches, and that is going to go on top of that card base, and those card bases come in the kit. To stamp out my sentiment, I'm going to use some Versamark ink, and I am stamping that after I've used my embossing buddy to make sure that I don't have excess powder where I don't want it. I'm going to stamp that with the Versamark ink, and then I'm going to coat that with the Simon Says Stamp ultrafine white powder, and that'll just be, it's a good detail powder. I'm really liking my little containers for the embossing powder. They're small for my little craft space and they work out really well. So I'm going to use a paintbrush that I reserve purely for this, just to try and get some of that excess powder off where I didn't want it to stick. And now I will melt it with my heat tool, because we all know how much I love the melting of that embossing powder. To adhere my panel, I'm going to use a tape runner, and I'm going to be pretty generous with that, and then I will attach that after I've lined it up on my grid mat, attach that to the card base, and then I will start kind of placing my fish just to see where I want them. Once I'm happy with the placement of those fish, I'm going to grab my Ranger multimedia mat, and I'm just going to start adhering those fish down. I wanted to make sure they were down really well. I have a lot of different liquid adhesives that would work well for this, but I didn't trust the tape runner too well, so with that many fish on there, so I went with that. And then I'm going to adhere the one on the inside as well. But then I got to looking at the front of my card after I trimmed all the excess off, which I'll just do, I'll flip that over and use my scissors to trim off the excess. And once I got to looking, I decided I needed another fish, so off screen I stamped and colored, and now I'm just fussy cutting him out because you can see that giant hole, and I'm going to stick him down as well. And once I have that, that'll actually finish off this card. For card number 6, I've started off with a piece of Neenah cardstock, and I've trimmed that down using my Favorite Things blueprint sketch number 24. I really like the stitching that comes on the outside of that after you've used that die. And I'm going to use some Tumble Glass Distress ink and a mini ink blending tool to lightly sponge some clouds on using the Simon Says Stamp Clouds for Days stencil. This is a great stencil because it also uses all that space in the middle to have clouds as well. I love it, and I'm gonna show you another way that I'm using it. So I'm also going to use it with some Mermaid Lagoon ink, and I am going to flip it upside down and not use it as clouds, but I'm going to use it for waves. Look at me being just so ingenious. I'm sure somebody would have figured that out. Somebody probably already has. So I'm just moving it around so that I get a different variation, but I thought that using the clouds upside down worked really well for some waves, because I'm gonna make a scene here. You know, I love to make a scene card, and so that's what I'm doing. And I'm just lightly brushing that, making sure that it's a little darker wherever I've set the stencil down right on the edge of that. And then I'll just kind of drag that color down. And using some Neenah Desert Storm, I ran that through with the blueprint sketch number 24 from My Favorite Things as well, because I wanted some cohesion with the stitching. And so then I hand cut a sandy hill, and I'm adhering that to my panel with some liquid glue. And using some Neenah white cardstock, I'm putting a few of those beach stickers down from the Amy Tangerine sticker book. Just a few. That'll help with my scene. And then I'm going to grab out my mini Misty, and I'm going to stamp that sun using some Sunflower Archival ink. I tried to do it with just hand stamping, and as you can see up there, it didn't work. So grab that Misty. That's why we've got it, right? And then I'm going to use some Lawn Fawn Jet Black ink to stamp out that sun's adorbs little face. I just love that sun. All these images are so stinking cute, but that sun, oh my gosh. So yeah, and then once I've done stamping him out, I'm going to fussy cut out all those images. And then I'll grab my mini Misty again so that I can stamp my sentiment that says sending the sunshine. Anyway, it's really cute. I love the punniness of all the different sentiments that go with the different images. You bring the sunshine. That's what it is. Perfect. If that doesn't make you want to be at the beach, I don't know what would. So I'm going to adhere that panel to my Island Blue card base with some liquid glue. And then I'm going to use some foam tape to adhere my sun where I want him. And also I'm going to put some foam tape on the umbrella, but I'm going to use liquid glue on the base of the umbrella because I just want the umbrella itself to be popped up, but the other part of it to be adhered like it's in the sand. And then I'll use some more liquid glue to adhere down my other little elements. And then for another bit of embellishment, I'm going to use the sequins that came in the kit. I like that it has 3 different colors. Give you a little variation. And so once I'm done adhering all of those down, that's going to finish off card number 6. For card number 7, I'm going to start off by trimming down some of that beautiful pink glitter paper, and I'm going to run that through my die cut machine with a Tailored Expressions pennant border die, which is no longer available, but you could probably use any pennant border die that you have. And now I'm running a circle die cut through my Sizzix Sidekick, and I had trimmed down some pattern paper there as well. And now I'm trimming down a little bit more of that glitter paper to fit the flamingo die, and I'm trimming down some of the Sizzix foam adhesive as well. I don't want to waste any of that. So I've taken off the top and I've adhered my glitter paper to it, and I've stuck my die on top of it, and I'm going to run that through my Sidekick about 3 times because I want to make sure that it gets cut very well. And I'm telling you, this adhesive is fantastic for small dies like this. It worked out so well. And this is, at this point, I've decided that I don't want to have the tall A2 card. I want a long, skinny one, so I've trimmed down some more pattern paper, and I'm adhering that to my card front with some tape runner. And now I'm going to adhere that pennant border die with some liquid glue. And then I'll adhere the circle down with some tape runner as well. And then my flamingo already has the adhesive on the back, so I'll just peel that off and stick him down. So cute. I'm going to have to get more of that glitter paper. It's just fantastic. And I like how it doesn't just flake off in your hands. And there I'm using a black Viva Pearl pen for his eye, which I think you can still find at Joann's. And I've pulled out the You Got This stamp set from Simon Says Stamp, and I stamped that onto a scrap of Neenah cardstock with the Lawn Fawn Jet Black ink. And then I'm just going to trim that down and adhere that to my card front. And it's going to be at this point that I realized I made a mistake. And I've done this more times than I can count, but I thought I'd leave it in there so that you could see that, yes, we're all human. We do this. Look, my card is all jacked up. I've put it on sideways, the wrong way. So I trimmed that down, and I'm going to use a white card base from the kit, and I'm going to stamp the Be a Flamingo and a Flock of Pigeons sentiment, which I just love, and it goes so well with that pink glitter flamingo. So I'll stamp that a couple of times to make sure that that's good and stamped on there. And then once I'm done stamping that out and it's good and black, I will adhere my card base after I trimmed it down with some liquid adhesive. And that's going to finish off card number 7. For my final card, and probably my favorite of this video, I am masking off the back of my green leaf card base and running my powder bag over it because I'm going to stamp all over the front to create a background. And I'm using Versamark ink to stamp my cactus just randomly all over the back. It's a real easy way to make a background. And when I'm done stamping that all over the back, I'm going to grab some Wow Primary Pixies embossing powder. It's a beautiful green, and it looks really bright when you put it on, but it kind of dries back a little bit when you heat it. It darkens up just a little bit. So I'm just putting that all over the background there. And then I'm going to heat set it. I'm really enjoying using colored embossing powders again. It's funny how you rediscover stuff in your stash when you're trying to be creative. So as you can see, it darkens up just a little bit when you heat set it. And you know I could watch embossing powder melt all day. I don't know what it is about it. It's just like this satisfaction of accomplishment or something. I'm not sure, but I like it. And so I'm going to run my powder bag over the top of all that again once that's cooled down. And I'm going to stamp the heart from, or one of the hearts from the set. And I'm using Versamark ink again, because I am going to use some Simon Says Stamp Ultrafine Gold Embossing Powder over the top of that. And I'm going to heat set that. But I won't bore you this time with the heat setting of that. I just wanted to fill in those spaces a little bit with some more contrast, just a little bit more interest. I have decided I want to paint with some Fine-Tech pearlescent watercolors. And because I am not using a ton of water, it's okay that this isn't watercolor paper. I'm okay with it, and so it won't buckle as long as you're not using a bunch of water. I started off trying to use that pearl gold, but as I was painting it, I started to realize it was just too warm. It kind of contrasted a little too much with my gold embossing powder on the hearts, so I switched gears, and I switched to the red. And that ended up giving me actually a little bit more of a terracotta look that I liked. So I thought, well, all right, we'll just stick with that. So I tried to paint over the top, and I thought, well, I don't think I waited long enough for it to dry. So I went ahead and decided to just paint the rest of the pots that weren't painted. And then I will go back and I will go over those gold pots. And because this is an opaque paint, it's going to cover it up pretty well. There really isn't too much of a problem with that. And that's also another reason why I liked the green embossing powder just over the whole image of the cactus in the pot, because it kind of resisted, the embossing powder resisted that paint a little bit, so I don't lose those lines. If I had just stamped it and then colored over it, it would have covered those lines pretty well. And so now that I'm done, I'm going to hold that up to the light here in a second, and you're going to see how well it shines. It is just beautiful. See why this one's my favorite? And I am taking my Favorite Things Stitched Rectangle Stacks die, one of the smaller ones, and I ran that through my Sidekick. And I'm going to stamp the Stuck on You sentiment. And I'll run my powder bag over the top of that, and I'm going to take the other heart in the set and stamp that next to the Stuck on You. And I am using that Wow Coral Reef embossing powder, and it just has a little bit of shine to it. And I will adhere that with some foam tape. So if you liked these cards, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button, because I don't want you to miss anything. And I would love to hear which one of these cards was your favorite, because we're about to take a look at all 4 cards that I made for this series. And be sure to head back and see part 1 if you didn't. So that finishes card number 8. All right, let's take a look at the 4 cards that I made for today. And again, be sure to head back and check out part 1 so that you don't miss any of it. And I appreciate always you guys stopping by, leaving comments, watching my videos, liking and subscribing. And thanks again. Bye.